Oh, CEO, we on time today. This is gonna be a little bit better than the last one just was. If y'all can hear me, press them nines down below. I'm gonna let y'all come on up in here. I appreciate y'all function with y'all. Drop them nines in the comment if y'all can hear me one time. We're gonna talk about this little movie. This little movie crazy. I'm like, Obama made this movie? I'm like, Michael Levon Robinson made this movie? Hmm. Or did y'all not know? Should I go get the Obama book right now before we even start the presentation? I'm gonna go get the Obama book. Y'all give me like 5 seconds. Gotta bring the receipt so y'all can take me, with an open mind. I don't bring y'all the receipts. Y'all might just think I'm crazy, so I gotta get y'all the receipts. Gotta get y'all the receipts. I gotta get y'all the receipts. So we had to go grab that book real quick. I function with y'all. If y'all up in here, please drop them likes down below. Get me through the algorithm. Push me through the algorithm, y'all. They don't want me in the algorithm, y'all. Push me through it. We here though. If you can hear me, drop them nines. We're gonna get right to it. This little movie, they say ain't nothing no coincidence. Everything happened for a reason, right? We don't talk about it. But for right now, y'all hit them lights for me. Hit them lights for me. Drop them nines if y'all can hear me. We gonna start it up. I'm gonna let some parts of the movie just sink in with y'all real quick. I'm gonna let these parts just sink in with you real quick, y'all. These parts are very important. Notice the backgrounds. Notice everything that was happening in this little movie right here. Notice the background. Notice what's going on. Notice the background. Notice what's going on. We're gonna talk about it. Y'all seen this part right here? This part right here had me feeling some type of way. I was like, yeah, we the big dogs. The indigenous way, the aboriginal Niji way. Y'all drop them likes down below if y'all function with me. Don't just be sitting here watching me. Come on now. Show some love. Drop them nines. I feel like this movie has so much to say about so much. Whew. What is the white lion? Have anybody asked that question? Cyber attack across the country? Power outages? Look at the background. We're gonna talk about it. I'm wait till a couple more people get up in here and we're gonna talk about it. But if y'all can hear me, drop them likes, drop them nines in the comment. I appreciate y'all. All right, so this little movie starting off with this little movie. I couldn't really watch too many people who had already watched this movie. I'm gonna just say because I feel like watching this movie, everybody wanted to tell you they little part. So it's like you can't even really see what people talking about because everybody wanted to express how they really felt about this movie. So I didn't want no one else's, thoughts or opinions to weigh on me. So what I did was not try to watch really too many people or that one or two people that really didn't speak about it, but kind of gave us preparation to what's going to happen once you do, watch the movie. So I had took some notes. I actually had a pen and pad literally ready. I'm like, cause y'all know if this movie is written by a person such as the Obamas, and we know that something bigger is behind it, right? We know that. We understand that. So with this movie, I feel like it's like a media broadcasting distraction. It's like a media broadcast distraction in a sense of knowing who is a part of the knowing and unknowing group of individuals. And I feel like this movie could have or would have put you in a different mind state depending on if you was already prepared or if you wasn't prepared or if you was just getting prepared. This movie right here, I feel like it spoke a lot. It spoke very much in depth. We're gonna get right to it. Y'all hit them likes down below if y'all can hear me. Y'all let me know that I'm here. I appreciate y'all. This video was a form of predictive programming to its finest in all forms. They use all forms of predictive programming to see will we understand the truth or will we let it, become a disease upon our consciousness. The separation amongst certain individuals while watching this movie in the movie was very interesting. Now, when we first started the movie, we as in everybody who ever watched it, what was being said in the movie was definitely important, but I noticed there was a lot of things in the background. So instantly, because I didn't want to rewatch it too many times, I just made sure that I came ready. So I paused little moments. I played to see what was really going on in the background. And that can really actually help when you're watching the movie. So as I was watching this little movie, I paused and I played and I paused and I played. But as I was watching it, I seen so much symbolism. Mainly, they put the eye in it so much. They put the eye of Raw in it so much. They put the eye of Horse in it so much. It's crazy. Some might say it's the Illuminati eye. Now they blatantly was putting it in there. And again, it's written by these two individuals that wrote the movie. Look how they have already tricked our people into believing one thing, y'all. We ain't gonna say too much, but we know allegedly that Michelle Obama, aka Michael Levon Robinson, has played a trick on us. We also know that the Obamas got their own little agenda. For those that don't know, y'all can go check this book out. Y'all can go check this book out. I got a book review coming soon. I'm gonna let y'all know the people who we consider, people worth idolizing don't have our best interests, in mind for us, especially those that look like us at some point, because all skin folk and kinfolk. And even though he try to be like us, we know he ain't like us. These individuals literally strategically put stuff out there to control your emotions, to control your energy, and to control your actions in a sense. Because if they can control all that, they got you controlled. What I mean by that is in this movie, we seen that everything that's kind of much or really under manpower or man control was being altered. It was doing its own thing and it wasn't working. All the satellites went out, everything went out, GPS. That's crazy, right? Anything that was pretty much man made that wasn't organically put here, it wasn't functioning. That was crazy. I found that to be very interesting. I was like, so they couldn't even use a certain defense mechanism or weapons to take us out because it wouldn't go as planned. So as I was watching this, I'm gonna just let y'all, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Hip Hop Mania. Thank you for always showing up. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna drop some comments in the comments, but I'm gonna just let y'all know as I was watching this, what I was kind of like, where my mind was at in a sense. Because I was like trying to study this because I know everything of this hierarchy and how they play it is not by accident. They literally put things out at certain times to control the atmosphere, the celestial atmosphere. They do this. They try to control our everything. Those who control the media control the masses. But anyway, in the beginning of the movie, when Julia Roberts was in front of her husband, I think she was like doing her laundry or something. They had a book in the background, and the book in the background said, I think it said off the grid or off the cliff. Did anybody notice that? Not only that little blue cup that was right next to the bed, it had a 76 on it, right? With like blue and red with the stars going around in a circle. And then the clock was also on 7-6, essentially on 7:30. And then while they were driving to go off and get off on the Comfort Inn exit, they was getting off exit 76. So I need someone to let me know what was that 76 like signifying? Like what was that for? Like before I go, because once I go start Googling and start, you know what I'm saying, actually doing some type of research behind this, it's gonna come out to be what the real truth is. But I want to get y'all opinions on it because I didn't understand it. Was did something happen in the year 76? Was it what what could we say be the possibility that the reason they put that in that number in there so much? I just noticed it, y'all. I just was just paying attention. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Also, I noticed that the sun had the rock star emblem from like all the GTAs on his clothing. So I noticed like were they trying to tell us that like certain games already kind of like let us know what's really finna happen, or were they letting us know that maybe what they gonna put out in the future is gonna be through these games to let us know what's going on? Like, what's y'all thoughts? What's y'all thoughts? I found it quite interesting because I was like, Rockstar, and they just dropped Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer what like a couple days ago, and it was already hitting 100 million. So it's like interesting. Was that like a selling point, selling tactic? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Why was the dad wearing his shirt that said bikini kill? And in a book that the mom was reading, I think it said beach towel. That was crazy. I didn't understand that. These are things that I'm gonna go look up, but before I do, I just want to ask y'all the question to see if y'all knew what they were saying before, it was actually said in a sense. Like in this scene right here where he just, he got that shirt on that says bikini kill. What does that mean? What does that actually stand for? So y'all let me know in the comments. If y'all can still hear me, let me know as well. I'm gonna make sure I'm up to date with y'all. I appreciate those that's here. I appreciate you that's here. Now, when that little green flag popped up, y'all, we're gonna talk about this cyber attack, but when that green and red flag popped up, why was it divided? What were those colors mean? And what is the city of Attica, the United States of Attica? What does that mean? It say founded by the American people. It was founded by individuals who essentially had to from what it said on that flag, had to like do nefarious things. So why would they put that in there? I don't understand that part. Y'all let me know. These are just questions. I want y'all to kind of like take in and see if y'all really like can figure out the hidden messages. The predictive programming is definitely there, but it's on us, the mass majority, to figure out what the higher ones are trying to say, because we know they got to let us know what's going to happen, because we got to accept it through our subconscious mindset. So they can't just let something happen and don't tell us. So we got to understand that we got to do our due diligence and come together and try to pick these little things out of the movie as far as like a puzzle and try to put them together. So y'all can always enlighten me on all y'all thoughts. Let me know down in the comments, because I really want to know these questions. Like, these is questions I really got answers for, or I really got questions for, or y'all get what I'm trying to say. What was the white lion, and why was it an oil tank rig getting so close to the harbor? I didn't understand that part either. Ain't them things supposed to be like hella far out in the sea? We understand that the GPS might have, you know, scared them to a different point, but why there? I need some understanding. I need y'all to help me understand. When they was at the beach, I noticed that the mom was saying like sunblock, sunblock. That had stuck in my brain for some reason. Cause I was like, one, it she didn't say put on sunblock. She just said sunblock, sunblock. So to me, my brain automatically think is they trying to tell us that that's what they trying to do. Why did she just say it like that? That's see, I see, great, see, geniuses, we thinking like, see, I thought about that too, but I was like, could something have happened other than that? Like, I feel like, would it be that obvious? But that's, I appreciate you, hip hop. I appreciate you, because that's definitely, that now makes me think like, okay, for sure. I appreciate you. Where was I? The cyber attack. The cyber attack alert was kind of different. And what was crazy was, I felt like the cyber attack, from when they got, from when this little part right here, when these little things fell out the sky that said "Death of America," I feel like we already understood who that was, where who and where that was coming from. I feel like we actually seeing them prepare right now to go at war with us, because the dude did say, he was like, maybe all America's enemies are teaming up amongst one another, are teaming up together to go against America to give us back what we've been putting out there, type. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, who have we been going to, you know what I'm saying, bat with so much? Who have, you know what I'm saying, we've been, you know what I'm saying, dealing with for so long? It's crazy. They want us to understand that our enemies is not as far from us as we think. We actually have our enemies more closer than we think, but we can't see them for sure. This shit crazy. It said, what was interesting was that the mom know she managed relationships, but she couldn't manage how to keep her patience when she was speaking to his daughter. I was like, so you manage relationships, you manage dealing with people all day, but you can't manage speaking to a girl who is literally just speaking her own thoughts. Like, that was crazy. And the fact that the mom started, I felt like whole time her judgment on how far a needy melanin person can go was like not very far, obviously, because when they walked up to the door and he introduced himself as pretty much the owner, and she just looked at him like, how could you afford this? It's crazy to understand that even during like the hardest times, those type of individuals still can't see past, a certain type of thing. Like it just embedded in them. Like understand that when it all comes down to it, the ones that's standing is going to be the organic ones, which we already know. We already understand what that is. Two, the cyber attack. If y'all ever seen that movie called The Cell with John Cusack, I think that's his name. That movie kind of showed us a similar distraction that was caused due to cellular signal type devices, and how people were drawn to, they were drawn to certain towers like beacons, and they were all just going around this towers and certain towers in a circle, and it was crazy. So I felt like the cyber attack thing is really something that they really trying to let us know is headed our way due to the fact that they put it in so many movies, and we know, and they said that the cyber attack was from little kids. That was interesting. When the mom had mentioned something about that there was a cyber attack before, and they found out that it was two kids. Interesting, right? So if they can control that, just think what else they can control. When those cars were self auto driving by themselves, that should have drew hella red flags in your head, because it's already interesting that they gotten this far that cars can drive themselves, but it's like, why would you trust something that doesn't really have uh the conscience to know certain basic instincts? Um, I don't understand that. Like, I can't drive in a self-driving car. I will never put my life. I love my existence so much that I never put myself in that predicament. I don't care how smart that car is. If that shit ain't, nah, nah. Cause my car, they gonna all be diesel. They gonna all be ready to vroom vroom, get up off the road. I don't want no electric cars, nah. And the fact that Tesla, the head founder of Neuralink, the same individual that is trying to implant certain devices into your brain to control your emotions, as they say that they trying to fix diseases and whatever, blah, blah, blah. We know that they trying to use it to control your emotions. Cyber attack is a very real possibility. Cyber attack is, I feel like they showed us a small form of it throughout the beginning of COVID. I feel like certain people couldn't use their like face recognition or certain things on their phone due to like having to wear a mask. You had to adjust. You had to adjust. So I feel like they kind of did show us a small form of a cyber attack within our own people, but it was quite interesting. What else I got to say about the movie was, I think the little girl tattoo on her arm, the way the camera was positioned, it said fall on one side. But on the other side, depending on how you was looking at her arm, it said "fool." So I was like, "What does that mean? Is that some type of symbol?" Y'all help me understand, because y'all know they try to make it so minute. And the tattoo of the little water animal that she had tattooed on her, that was the same little blue little water thing in the beginning of the movie that was on the nightstand next to the lamp. It's kind of crazy. When the dude said, what he say? So when they kept the radio station was on 1619. What y'all think that mean? When that radio station was on 1619, do y'all think something happened back in 1619? Do y'all think that's when something started? What was y'all thoughts? I need y'all to help me understand. I appreciate those that's in here. I appreciate y'all for commenting. Let me know what y'all think. I feel like Julia Roberts too. She definitely had her way of showing how certain individuals actually see our needy people, our needy men, our needy family. Like she looked at him automatically as a threat, as though he couldn't amount to anything great. That was what was so crazy. She kept kind of like throwing little slick shots, you know what I'm saying? She kept like saying certain things, and I was like, typical. Even right this part right here, when they standing outside the door with the biggest smile, she's still in defense mode. And it took them so long to acknowledge that, hey, we're still standing outside. Can you let us in? It took them to kind of make a gesture for her to actually, you know what I'm saying, understand that, okay, I should let them in. It's been a minute. Also, the painting behind the bed, I found that to be very interesting. 'Cause when I watching the movie, it was like really low, right? Like it was really low because they just must have just gotten to the house or whatever, Airbnb, whatever. Then as the movie started getting more serious, that's when you started to see like it was crazy. Like you started to see like waves. So like as the movie kept like getting more serious and more serious, like the waves was getting really high. So I was like taking that insight, like, damn, if the world continue to go about a serious way of living, it will intensify how the climate changes, which will then cause the world to like, you know what I'm saying, do its thing as far as they always say that these movies start off with that big ass wave. Where did that wave usually start, y'all? Every movie that we probably done already seen, they all started New York. They all started New York. That's crazy. So they letting us know right now, this something that they got planned. They just want y'all to pay attention to. So pay attention to it. It's right on the back of our money too, right? Then they already predict like certain things with the 9/11 thing, and then they show the little alien on the money, and then they show kind of like the waves hitting. Y'all know that these upper 1% elites have so much that they are trying to take over, but the game is the first one to the mine wins. That's the race that these high elites are trying to finish and take over. The first one who can control the mind wins, which is why they want to do transhumanism, which is why they want to uh, place certain materials in your brain that can read your mind and alter your thoughts because they want to control your thoughts. And the fact that this movie was written and directed, I would say, by two higher upper individuals who some people look at as, you know what I'm saying, a great form of leadership. That's that's what makes us the real fools. Like they literally laughing at us. They fooled us once and they gonna fool us again. We already understand, or we should have now understood that these Obamas don't have our great interests as priority. Hell, they kids ain't even theirs. Them ain't they kids, y'all. And we already know about Big Mike from the Wood, Michael Levon Robinson. We speak facts. We speak facts. Can y'all see it? Understand that certain people have been taken out because of certain agendas that the Obamas had and still do have, the certain indoctrination that they brought in, the certain systematic bio warfare that they brought in between our communities, allegedly. But those that know, they know. Clear eyes recognize real lies. So it's on you to understand who's the one telling the lie and who's the one following the lie. If they can fool us as to thinking that we actually had a true righteous Niji aboriginal inside the White House. You think they can't fool us to let us know that a disaster is coming amongst us, but we just skippity doo la la la. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think they can't confuse it? Like, you think that this is not going to be this movie is not a bigger distraction for something else? It's always been a part of the program, y'all. This is predictive programming, y'all. Systematic, organized, totalitarian programming, y'all. Because they know everybody got Netflix. Not everybody, but majority of the individuals are stuck to a certain indoctrination that does involve media on a daily basis. So they know how quick and how fast that they can use certain things to put the world at dis-ease. And yes, we are being put at dis-ease, which essentially is causing Mother Earth to become affected by this dis-ease. And now how she has to repair her body, she has to get rid of all the little anti-taxi little, you know what I'm saying, parasites or little bad symptoms within the body. Y'all understand me? Y'all understand me? So this movie right here, it was a play on words, it's a play on life, it's a play on emotions, and it's a play on intellectual knowledge. They trying to see how far have they gotten without you being aware that certain things do exist. Are you actually playing the game or are you watching the game being played? Are you spectating the game? Are you watching someone else play the game or are you actually on the board? Because if you was on the board, you would have kind of seen this coming like 7 moves ago. So to those that it now kind of like shocks, it's like I think you got to catch up. You too far back on the board. You ain't got us in checkmate yet, cause we still got some pawns out here. You know, we still got some rooks, some bishops. You know, we still got the queen bee out here. Mother Earth, that's the queen bee. She's still out here holding it down, so she can't be attacked by nothing. But we're gonna get back to this little movie because I feel like this little movie right here, it was crazy. That shirt that the boy was wearing, it said obey. Obey, y'all. It's telling you you gonna follow their rules, and if you don't follow their rules, it's only so far they gonna allow you to go. So you better obey, right? That was crazy. And then the little girl had the NASA shirt on as if NASA has ever did anything, if anything. No disrespect, but y'all know what y'all do over there. Y'all make up a whole bunch of fallacies. Y'all tell us this ain't that and this is that. And we know that NASA is really not for us. It's trying to really protect themselves or their race of people, individuals that really are going to be shown within time. You know, some people like I don't want to go too far out the spectrum, so I'm gonna keep it right there so y'all can kind of let that soak in. You know, what does "Death to America" mean? I wrote that down. That little card said "Death to America." Is that "Death to America" the people who turn it to America, like Amerigo Vespucci? Like, is that for his people? Because we know that essentially it wasn't called America. So what does "Death to America" mean? Was he referring to the Caucasians, the forefathers that they said, you know what I'm saying, came over here and wanted to, pursue love, life, and liberty? Or, I mean, I consider them thieves, but what is "Death to America"? Is it the people that stole what was originally here, or is it to all people that's here? I need y'all to help me understand that. If y'all can help me understand that, that would be great. Now them Tesla cars, they was really bold for putting Tesla in there like that. Like they was bold. Like that was genius. That was genius. That was genius. Everybody was so quick to go get them a goddamn Tesla. Y'all ass gonna end up like iRobot. You remember when Will Smith tried to get up out that car? That thing took hold of him, right? Mhm. Y'all gonna see. We can't fall into their indoctrination. We can't fall into their agenda. We just can't. They're gonna try to keep us from understanding the plan that's ahead, but organically, the organic people know what's coming ahead based off instinct. It's already inside of us based off instinct, y'all. I just want y'all to just take that into mind. Now, we're gonna speak on the melanin little Niji little nature. Nature meaning the true higher nature, little girl, right? When she was outside screaming and them deer came up to her, right? They were, I feel as though looking for at this scene right here. I feel like they were looking for her guidance. And whatever that big deer was, I don't know what they call them, so don't judge me because I ain't no deerologist. Whatever y'all want to say, I don't know what they call the big deers. Call it as a big deer. When he popped out the cut and kind of like gave her the, I feel like he gave her a sign of like, we with you. Like, I feel like them deer were literally waiting on her to give the go. But what was crazy was the girl was so distraught at that these deer didn't attack her that her mind couldn't fathom the fact that they might just be there for her. So when Julia Roberts ran over there in the barbaric way that she did, the girl, the Niji girl, mimicked Julia Roberts in her barbaric ways. And the deer looked at her like, kind of like, what is she doing? Like, don't she know that she got powers? Like, I feel like Julia Roberts was a sign of what individuals literally come into our lives and do. They come into our lives and cause chaos. Uh, they are a distraction. She tried to get rid of nature, but nature knew its purpose. It stood there strongly. That melanin girl would have been protected by anything that was to come her way if those deer would have stayed right there. It's when she started to act foolish, I felt as though they couldn't help her no more, so they decided to leave. I don't think they left because they were screaming. I think they left because the Niji little daughter couldn't guide them to what they were really coming to her for. I feel like they knew she had powers. They knew she had powers, y'all. But now, when the dude went to the dude house to go get the medicine for her son because of whatever had happened, but he got like bit by some type of leech or something, pulled his skin off, right? The dude said Koreans and Chinese are behind this. They got me thinking, like, hmm, y'all remember when Trump kept saying like this is a China, what he say? I don't know exactly what he said, but I'm gonna paraphrase when he kept saying like this is a China virus, this is a China disease, this is from over there. He was letting us know. They've been prepping themselves, y'all. We see them, right? We see them in the army, we see what they doing, we see them ready. 100 deep. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I ain't even gonna say 100 because it'd be hundreds of thousands of them out there, right? So was Trump trying to let us know back then that not only the biochemical warfare that they put amongst us in our own land, on our territory, was it wasn't meant for us, I feel like. it's meant to the group has been who has been doing the most damage, and that's not us. But in the meantime, it's like kind of like those in the middle gotta got those in the middle kind of gotta get hit too because they in the middle of it. But we were placed here in the middle. We weren't always here, so it's like it's crazy, y'all. Now, I kind of like the part when the guy was talking when the Melanin was talking, and he was like, "Why does the quiet sound so loud?" He said, "The quiet." He said, "What would he say? The quiet is so noisy." That was crazy. And Julia Roberts was so used to the Emmy Lamb's truck and kind of like the chaos type of way of thinking that she found that to be more comforting than the peaceful sounds that nature just has to, put out there. That was very interesting. He literally said, "Why is the quiet so noisy?" And it's not that the quiet is so noisy; it's just we hear things that distract us and take us off our harmonious path to seeing and hearing and synchronizing with these certain frequencies that we don't really know how to take in when we do hear it. So there are certain individuals who are literally trying to synchronize our energy with a source that they can control. And what we cannot do is allow them to synchronize our energy with a source that they cannot control. If you function with me, let me know. I ain't gonna do too much. I see they playing with my little YouTube because my little Wi-Fi thing be messing up, and it ain't my Wi-Fi, y'all. I can see it. I be seeing them take away the little numbers. I be seeing it all. But sometimes you gotta understand that when you speak loud, even when your voice shakes, those who have something to hide will go the furthest extent to protect it. Meanwhile, they want you to feel like you can't amount to what you're supposed to. See, here's the thing. Once you start understanding the truth, you will understand that the universe will protect you from any nefarious chaos, distraction that is placed upon you. Everything happens for a reason, y'all. You remember that story that he told Julia Roberts when they were drinking at the little counter about his friend going on like a evil trip during their solar solstice, and they just, talking. That is literally what they do. They go out and they worship these deities who are put here to bring chaos throughout our world, y'all. So this movie, it's a heads up, is what I'll say. That's why they didn't give you a complete good ending. They want you to come up with your own ending because it's not the end. This is just before the storm. The storm has yet to appear. So during the storm, you will see another movie from Netflix. And understand that those who they put as the frontliners of these certain movies and these certain positions, they not for us. We already know that Obama was trained. He knew that he would have been the president. He knew 1980 something that he was going to become president in 2008 when he became president, y'all. He already knew this. This way and this life cycle that we are kind of like in between, they got it kind of like staged out already. It's on us to kind of do what's not on the little script. We can't follow the script, y'all. Don't follow the script. So with that being said, I'm gonna enlighten y'all with some more information later throughout this week. But I can see right now that they messing with my little YouTube. You know, sometimes when you get to speaking audaciously, it just happened to be that way. By the way, we also gotta get our Spanish up too. I felt that since the person did not know what the woman was saying, he couldn't have helped her or gotten any more information due to the fact that he only spoke one language, y'all. So me myself, I've been practicing Arab and I've been practicing Spanish. You know, I got my little Duolingo on. I'm gonna get some extra apps to get me, you know what I'm saying, really certified. But we got to get a different language. We got to learn a different language. We got to learn a different language. That is essential. That is essential to this way of living, to this way of us just being a part of everything, y'all. Let me put me back on the screen. So if y'all got any questions, if y'all want to say anything before I bop out, drop them in the comments, y'all. You know, we just been here vibing. I am the big dog. I am him and he is me, and who I am not, I never pretend to be. Understand that they can't function without the type of knowledge that they seeking to find. I just got here. What it do to the deer mean? You say what it do to the deer mean? I got here. What do the deer mean? See, that's the thing. I feel like the deer was letting us know. I feel like the deer was letting us know that organic people, we have a sense of already knowing and that nature is with us because the deer didn't attack the melanin needy girl. But when the little Caucasian girl saw it, it didn't even get as close or they didn't come out as deep. And the big deer, he didn't show himself so, so courageously the way he did because in a sense, he didn't have to bow down to nothing that wasn't organic. So I felt as though that the deer were trying to let us know that the true Niji, the true organic individual that's here, doesn't have to worry about anything, and that they will walk the path with us and follow our lead because they didn't come up to her like they were hungry or anything. They came up to her, I feel like for guidance. They came up they the way them deer looked at her, I looked at them deer in their eyes. Them deer were looking for guidance, if not wanting to show her guidance. But I feel like she didn't understand it and she couldn't have understood it because the way we have taught to be raised is that any animals outside of the household can be dangerous no matter what type of animal it is without us even knowing anything about it. That's what they teach us, which is why they always keep animals in cages because they want us to feel as though everything is out for us when essentially that's not how it is. So I felt like them deer was a symbol to the melanin needy woman to know that you are one with nature. And at that point when they were looking around in the circle, did y'all realize how like the little transition was like it was like the little things on our thumbs? It was like a pattern on like how our fingerprint is. When it changed to that little transition, it was like a pattern, like the nine pattern, as though they're letting us know the non-ether beings are the true indigenous aboriginal Niji. So I felt like them deer was a prime example that we don't have nothing to worry about because animals, they're on our side. We from here. We came to visit their planet, Animal Planet, but we're from here essentially. So right, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it was just I feel like them deer were just letting her know, like, you all good. Don't even worry about it. But then when Julia Roberts came over there in her barbaric, chaotic way, the deer looked at the little melanin leisure little girl and they was like, why she acting like that? They looked at her twice, like, is she serious? She jumping around, she's screaming. They don't understand that she's systematically indoctrinated to be that way. 'Cause essentially, she was just gonna stand there. If Julia Roberts would have never came up, I feel like them deer would have even came closer. It's just we always have a distraction, something that takes us from the knowing of ourselves, and we end up following and become systematically driven by that choice or chaotic distraction. So it's like we gotta focus. Y'all let me know what y'all comments is. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here in the comments. Thank y'all for tuning in to me today. Like, I really want to get this out because I feel like one, I don't even watch these type of movies. But hold on. Tesla recalled their cars recently too, so I found that crazy. Tesla already knew what Elon Musk is like. I'm not gonna say he an evil genius. He just an evil ass person that got a lot of ways of getting certain things put a position to where he can control it. Because I'm not gonna give him credit of a genius because he's not a genuine or a person that's from this place. So those are my own thoughts and opinions. You know, no one can say anything about that. I feel like Elon Musk not only do he know what's coming our way, he's looking to find the newest way to become more powerful in a way. Neuralink, which is linked to Elon Musk, is literally implanting devices into people's brain so they can essentially, they said, fix paralysis and let people with Parkinson's and all the disease get better. No, these diseases, these no, 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 no. They are literally using these implants and they're controlling you with it. Remember, the first one to the mind wins. They don't want the Aboriginal Niji to them. They don't want us even in the race. That's why they won't give us our financial rights, and they keep us so far in the wealth gap that they don't want us to gain our true opulence. Because if we become the first ones to the mind, just understand how we can change all this indoctrination. Come on now, y'all. It's a tactic. We know, we know what he been out here doing. We know. We know about Donald Young. We know about the church. We know who have got rid of people due to certain things. But understand that the truth not only will set you free, but the truth is inevitable. It's going to become known at some point. So proper preparation prevents poor performance. We got to stop synchronizing our brains in alignment with things that do not literally align with our celestial system, our Kundalini system. We got to stop synchronizing our energy into nefarious people, nefarious devices. What we synchronize ourselves to will essentially project itself out physically. So here's where it comes down to: are you going to be the master of your faith or the captain? Are you going to be the master of your faith and the captain of your soul? Or are you going to allow someone else to drive your car the way they want to drive it, destroy that motherfucker, and then get out and go inside of another one and leave you there to deal with the damages? Drive your own car. Take off. Admire it. Clean it. Get it tuned up. Literally, meaning yourself, your temple. Because what they want to do is they want to feed us this negativity. They want to steady show that no matter how far up we get, that we still gonna be looked at different. due to a race that we did not even create. We didn't create this race, but yet they steady put us inside of a race. Oh, you're black. Oh, you're this. Or you're that. No, we can't feed into that no more because now we're feeding into their financial economic system. We got to take a stand, y'all. We Aboriginals. We Neejies. You know what I'm saying? We are the indigenous ones. I got this book right here, y'all. Hold on, cause y'all know I'm the book man, right? Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Hold on. This is the first book right here. So we gotta know what our melanin is, right? What is melanin? I'll let you know. And then this book right here, the original, they let you know right here the reason why the melanin woman, the melanin Niji, is the closest thing to source. And we are just an experience of her. We are a creation of her. And understand that she is not the source, but she's the closest thing to the source. And we're just experiencing her experiences through a human form, but as true natures, if that makes sense. I hope I ain't do too much. But y'all gotta understand that certain things I put in play because they have to go, they have to destroy the universal law. Once they destroy the universal law, then I feel like that's when we're going to see what's really behind that veil that we have yet to look behind. It's crazy. I ain't gonna say too much. I understand that a lot of people probably, you know what I'm saying, haven't gotten as far as I gotten, or may have surpassed me, or may be right here with me. So the judgment of your understanding of what I'm talking about, I won't judge. I listen without judgment. So if you're not as far as I am, don't worry, get there. All you gotta do is read some books. If you further than me, okay, now get back. And if you right where I am, keep going while giving back. So I function with y'all. I appreciate y'all. And with that being said, if y'all ain't got nothing else to say, I'm finna hit y'all with the everybody get out, get out, get out, get out. Like Mark Payne used to say, get to stepping. Y'all ready to get to stepping? I function with y'all. I appreciate y'all. I am the big dog, the Aboriginal Neji, carbon, melanin. Oh, so that is. I'm a warrior, not a worrier. Understand that I am him and he is me, and who I am not, I never pretend to be. Until next time, keep your head up. Use your thinking caps. About that time, lace up them boots. Be ready.